Bare necessity, but simple bare necessity. Bare necessity, but simple bare necessity.
Hey there, it's Reaver, and welcome to the beginning of my first vlog of the year, which I'm very excited for, and that is the Agatha? I don't know. It's the WandaVision boss battle. It's basically like a choose your own adventure type battle. You select a decade. If you stay all within one decade, then you get a special you get a reward. I don't know. Basically you select a set of prompts to complete, and you can double up if you want. I am not doubling up for mine, but basically it's centered around a sitcom style thing. So let me pull it up and kind of show you. So this is our document here. So you get this page from Jimmy. Something's wrong with this episode. It's not like the others. Ignore the mess in the background if you can see it. I'm so sorry. That's from my King's Jawbone stuff. It's fine. Okay, so fades, it has the fade in and the open of the episode. So it looks like Wanda's sick and her powers are on the fritz. We're unable to keep track of what's what. She's drawn in tropes from every decade. Can you make sense of this? Blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Rookie. I really owe you one. So basically, each trope has a plot option for different decades. So a cold open trope. We have a 50s, a 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, 2000s, and then 2010s tropes available to use. So each one has a funny scenario of what would, be that trope in a 50s show. So for example, Vision tries on one of those nifty new leather greaser jackets all the kids seem to have these days, but it looks better on Wanda instead. And then read a book with a cool character. So I am choosing the 60s decade. Some of the decades are harder than others. Some of them are more focused on if you wanted to read a different book for every prompt. Some of them, however, you can double up more so. I just chose one that the prompts were easy to fill with what I have, rather than having to look very far to pick a book. So I chose the 60s, like I said. So beehive hairdo. Wanda distractedly uses her magic to put her hair into a beehive hairdo, resulting in a comically large swarm of bees flying out of her hair. Read a book with a person's face or head on the cover. For this prompt, I'm going to be reading the Tea Dragon Festival. I'm actually going to read all 3 of the Tea Dragon Society books. But book number 2 specifically fits this prompt, so I'm going to read them in order. You don't have to go in order, so I'm going to read the books themselves in order, but the way they fit the prompts is not in order, so it's not a big deal. So Tea Dragon Festival for that one. And then we have The Trouble. For the 60s, that is Long Hot Summer. The people of Westview can't keep cool during this heat wave. Wanda and Viz plan for a day at the pool. It'll be a gas. Read a book set in summer. For this, I am going to do The Girl from the Sea. Next, we have The Obstacle. Mini dress. Wanda looks groovy in her little cover-up dress, but drots, the pool is closed for maintenance. Read a book under 300 pages. For this, I'm reading a kind of comic strip thing called Post-COVID. It's about postal service stuff in the COVID world. It's, yeah. I don't know. It sounds like a little interesting, and it's really short, so. All right, triumph or failure. The 60s, Cold War. Wanda cools the house down using magic, but then all her neighbors come over looking for their moment out of the heat. Read a book recommended by someone on the Discord server. For this, I'm going to be doing the Tea Dragon Society because I searched and it has been recommended for one of the character boards, so I'm counting that as having been recommended. I just feel like it works. And if not, I could switch Tea Dragon stuff to be like the Tea Dragon Society to be the face and head on the cover, and then the sweet characters be the Tea Dragon Festival, and then just leave off the Tea Dragon Tapestry, and I can read that after I finish my TBR. And I could fill this with a different recommended, I would say, recommend me a graphic novel specifically, so that it would fit what I was looking for. Okay, so that's my plan there. If they say that it doesn't count. Okay, moving on. All right, the kicker surfs up. After everyone has left the house, a Hawaiian shirt-clad Vision runs to the store to grab Wanda some ice cream and cold sodas. Read a book with a sweet character. So again, that is going to be the Tea Dragon Tapestry, unless I do that shift that I just talked about. And then we also have a B plot and a C plot. So the B plot for the 60s is spy drama. Agnes convinces the neighborhood watch that the heat wave must have been brought on by a Russian spy with advanced technology. Read a book with cool tech. For this, I'm going to be reading Extraordinary by V.E. Schwab, which is the only one that I own physically from this TBR. And then finally, the C plot is Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. Dottie is mad that a new radio station is playing rock and roll music. Oh my God. I didn't read that part. That's hilarious. Who is the anonymous DJ? None other than Geraldine. Oh my God. I love it so much. I did not read that section. I am obsessed. All right, match a song to the last book you read. So once I get done, whichever book I last read, I will match a song to it, post it on Discord. So that's my plan for this. And then the benefits or the prompt, what do you get? Rewards. If you stick to one decade, you get a special reward, which is a Phase 4 Scarlet Witch board with 6 prompts. This Scarlet Witch board I have deemed the Wanda's Rewrite board on the board itself. It's super, super cool. Basically, it's revised or updated versions of Wanda's prompts. So it's like a reset of the board, a refreshed version of the same board, but like with, you know, a new little element to the prompts. All right, so you get that, and then if you complete the B plot, you can use any book from Wanda or Vision's board on any WandaVision character you haven't yet completed, including the new Scarlet Witch and Agatha boards. This also could count for Pietro recast, or Darcy, or Jimmy. I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head. But anyways, and then for the C plot, remove one prompt off of Scarlet Witch's board that you don't want to read. The new board off of the Wanda's Rewrite board. So there's that. So that is my TBR for the battle we're doing the episode 9 watch along tonight, and then we're dropping the boss battle after that is the plan. Although Brianna messaged last night and she said the chaotic urge to drop the battle tonight. I was dying. I was like, I mean, we could, but I didn't really say anything. I don't know if anybody else did. So I have until tonight to fill all of my time because I can't start on my TBR until then. As you noticed, I'm doing all graphic novels. I have only completed 4 books so far this year. So I kind of just want to knock out some books. This will also be helpful for lowering my want to read list on Goodreads, because I'm going to be pulling a lot of these from the library on Hoopla. So by doing that, I am cutting down on that list, my want to read list, which is like books I don't own. Excuse me. Books I don't own but I'm interested in reading. So cutting down on that list will be good as well, because I just finished moving all of my screenshots into that list. So I screenshot stuff that pops up in a video that somebody's holding up and they're talking about, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds good, screenshot. So I just finished adding the ones that I do want to read of those into the list. So it just bumped it back up past the 1,000 book mark, and I'm trying to stay under 1,000 books. So I'm at 1,009 books. So I want to knock out as many of those as I can. So this will help with that. I'll probably vlog after I finish the battle, like the rest of the week, maybe, just for fun, because I know I'll finish this within the first couple of days, because I'm doing graphic novels. Like, I should be done by the end of, honestly, I should be done before Monday, but I might stretch it out to go through Monday. I don't know. Depends on how my evening goes tonight and how tomorrow ends up being and what I really feel like doing. I could stretch it out longer if I so desire. So we'll see. But either way, I probably will vlog through to the live show. I think, because the live show we're trying to set up, I think we're going to still go for Saturday, based on what Margaret just said. So that's that. In the meantime, I am still going to be working on Kane's Jawbone, which I started. I am doing a vlog exclusively to my Kane's Jawbone experience, but I think I'm going to edit a video really quick and everything. That way I can stay on track for my video stuff for the week, and try to get that done. I'm not sure what I'll do after that. Maybe I'll set up my planner and watch, well, I could put it up on my phone, keep up watching Golden Girls or something. I don't know. We'll see. Straighten up around the house a little bit too. So I'll figure out what I'm gonna do, but that's my plan for the time leading up, is just to kind of get a few things done around the house, and work on Kane's Jawbone and work on some video stuff while I wait. I'm impatient for the battle to drop. I want to get started. You know, I also need to put in the new boards for March. I need to draw those in. So it's been a little while. It is now 2:30. The first check-in was like 10 in the morning. But I have edited and uploaded a video, and I cleaned up the paper scraps from cutting Kane's Jawbone. I didn't put the stuff away yet, but I mean, at least did part of the cleaning process. I ate lunch and we dropped the battle early, so I can start on my reading. We also came up with a mini challenge idea to incorporate. So I'm going to read my first graphic novel and then get stuff ready for the mini challenge so that it's ready to go. So that's my plan for the next little bit. I'm going to start with the Tea Dragon Society so that I can do that one and then like put a different graphic novel in between each of the Tea Dragon ones so that I'm not doing them back to back. I like to break things up a little bit. So that's my plan. I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Why did I wait until now to read the Tea Dragon Society? It's literally me. It's tea, it's fantasy, it's kawaii vibes, and like, I'm obsessed. And I already know that I'm going to want to own all three physically. I already added it to my list of books I read digitally and want to own a physical copy of. And I've only read the first one. But it was so good. So short and sweet, but so good. I love it. Oh, it was so satisfying. It suits like the message of it. The message of like, you know, this holding on to traditions and passing them down and not letting them die away. Like, oh. Okay, checking in because it's been a while. So things didn't go exactly as planned. I sat down to make the mini challenge graphics, and my dad actually asked me to help him out with some shirt stuff. His dryer has been like freezing up a little bit, and if it freezes, then particularly with certain materials of shirts, not really so much cotton shirts, but like the athletic type materials. I can't think of the word off the top of my head for it, but the ones that are like more athletic material, they can actually melt if it freezes for too long. And so it's like incredibly important that does not happen. And so I was pulling shirts for him and folding them up and making sure that the heater kept rolling, because if it froze, then it was very hard for him on the side that he's on, feeding them onto the conveyor belt to fix it, but he has to run all the way around to the other side and try to like move it. So I stopped and went out into the garage and helped him. So now I have finished the mini quests and I'm excited about them. So let me show you what they are. So here we are. We've got WandaVision, mini quest at the top of all of them, and then Bookstagram in the 50s. So this one is just post a Bookstagram photo that is stylized to the first decade shown in WandaVision. So this one, I literally just want you to post like a 50s style photo. Like, what do you think a Bookstagram photo would look like in the 50s? Number 2, Magic Act. Post a Bookstagram photo with magical vibes or the 1960s vibes. Bookstagram in the 70s, twins. Post a Bookstagram photo with 2 similar covers or 1970s vibes. Bookstagram in the 80s, Sparky. Post a Bookstagram photo with a pet or 80s vibes. Bookstagram in the 90s, costumes. Post a Bookstagram photo with a cover that needs an upgrade or 90s vibes. So basically, a cover that needs an upgrade, meaning the costumes that they wore for the Halloween stuff. Okay, in the 2000s, Me Time. Post a Bookstagram with a book that you'd read for comfort. Bookstagram in the 2010s. Memory Lane posted a bookstagram of a book that was published in or before 2010. I made the mistake as well of forgetting the time difference and losing track of time. So the watch along actually was an hour ago, so I missed it. So I need to do a watch of the finale, and I need to do at least one more of my graphic novels tonight is my goal. I would like to do probably something else as well. I was gonna do Extraordinary next, but actually after watching the finale, I probably should pick something fluffier. But I don't want to pick something that's too similar to the Tea Dragon. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And today's dinner, a fantastic yogurt bowl. I haven't had one of these in a while, so I'm very excited because I finally bit the bullet and got some fruit and said I'm gonna eat it before it goes bad, and I'm gonna eat it all. So here it is, and I'm happy. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad that I took the time to cut up some fruit and put it in a bowl. It may be a small victory, but it's a victory nonetheless because I love them, but I get the food, and then because it's just me at the house, the food goes bad so fast because it's just me, and I only get to eat dinner here. And if I were a breakfast person, I could maybe eat breakfast, but also I could eat breakfast at work where it's free. So, you know, it's fine. I'm excited. Okay, bye. I ended up deciding to go ahead with Extraordinary. I enjoyed it. I'm intrigued to see where it goes from here. I'm hoping that it doesn't have the recap in it every single time, because that would be kind of annoying. Rye has been doing sprints, so I'm hanging out with those and doing the chat sections, getting my bullet journal set up for March, which I needed to do. So there we go. Yeah. 2 books down, and a video posted, and some time with Dad, and some bullet journal stuff. So not a bad day all in all. And I watched some WandaVision this morning. Even though I haven't watched the finale, I'll probably do that tomorrow. So it's Sunday, post church, post lunch, and post a lot of work. This room, which was my bedroom, became, what I plan to do is make this into my study. So it's gonna be my books. What's actually gonna happen is those shelves are gonna come over here, and then this cube organizer, and then I have that other cube organizer in what's now my bedroom that's just 6 cubbies. Those are gonna be over here. My desk, I'm gonna get an L desk. Probably actually thinking now that I'm gonna get a desk that has one of the rolly parts to it as well. I might change my mind on it. Like one of the ones that you can like slide in and out. Because then I could roll it over and use it while I'm filming. I may not end up doing that, but it's an idea that I had not that long ago, earlier today. Anyways, so QB organizers and desk, and then that way all of these shelves are just like fiction books or like more of that type of thing, like, you know. And then the QB organizers are going to be for nonfiction books, journals, notebooks, Bibles, and craft supplies. It has gotten to be kind of a catch place a lot of times where I end up throwing stuff in here and not looking at it or touching it or taking care of it and not keeping this room straight. Like once I use this room and I use this space for something, it ends up a mess. So I've done a little bit of work. I moved some of my nonfictions out of the way so I could fit some more books there. I still have those at the bottom, and then all of the red ones that are over in that area.
just so that I could fit books on my shelf. They're not even in order or in place at all. They're not in the right part of my shelf at all. But I'm just trying to fit stuff at this point because I have so many different things that I want to take off of the shelf so that I have room for these things. And like eventually I would like to have a separate like place for my kids' books as well. I even still have my safety device here. Look, I live alone. I'm a woman and I live alone. You don't get to judge me for having safety. Okay? Goodbye. Basically, I've just been spending my afternoon getting this room straight because I do need to film at least one video today. I would like to film 2. But it was, I mean, I thought about just filming in another room, but I was like, no, I want to be in front of my bookshelves. I want to have books around me when I film. I just feel like it's the right thing. Better now than we were before. Of course, I still have some clothes other than this sweater. This sweater is not. Those are clothes that I need to fold and hang, except for, like I said, the sweater, which that's the one I was wearing today. So I will be putting that back on to film. And then finish the desk, which is almost done, thank goodness. It was piled high up here. Man, oh my lord. Guys, it's just having the house not where I can fully finish organizing my stuff makes it very hard for me to stay orderly in the areas that I am using. I'm just doing that while I'm catching up on Michelle's videos because I have yet to get back on track with catching up so that I can go back to watching all of Brianna's old videos. And Veda is coming up in a month, and so I need to get caught up as best as I can so that I can focus more on Veda content during Veda, like watching people's Veda content during Veda, and like supporting what they're putting out so that I'm interacting. Because if I don't interact, then what's the point of even doing it? Because if I don't interact, no one's going to interact with my content if I don't interact with theirs. So, church was good. The sermon was really great, but I didn't really get to take notes because of Kaiden. I took him to change his diaper because I needed to go to the bathroom anyway. So I was like, I'll take him. So I went, changed him and everything. And then when I came back, he was, I had him sitting in my lap and he was like fine, but then he wanted to like stretch out and I couldn't hold him and have him stretched out at the same time and take my notes. So eventually I put him in his chair and he was fine for a minute, but then he got hungry and so then I had to get him back up and feed him. So I like had to start and stop taking notes. So I have to get a picture of my sister's notes so that I can transfer them over to my own notes.
There, and I don't know, there's stuff that
Okay, so filming took way longer than I intended because I kept rambling and getting off topic and I couldn't focus. This is what happens when I don't make notes. I should always make notes. That works so much better for me because I stay on point way better and I can like go off the notes a little bit, but I remember that like I need to keep it like succinct when I go off the notes. It like works better for my brain. But I joined in watching. I'm just gonna stay in the chat with Christine's sprints, and then Julie's sprints are in the other tab. So I'm gonna be going back and forth between their sprints. So I need to do my dishes so that they are good for the week, and because I need to be able to eat, and so if I don't do dishes then I can't eat. I think I'm gonna do another yogurt bowl just because I don't want my fruit to go bad. I kind of want something else, but also I don't want the fruit to go bad, so I'm conflicted about what to do for dinner. Maybe I'll take the stuff for a yogurt bowl to work for tomorrow or something. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna focus. I need to go do those things, so I will talk to you guys later. Once I finish doing all that stuff, when I settle in, I'm gonna read the Tea Dragon, the second one. The second one of the Tea Dragons. So, yeah. Hello everyone. It's been a hot minute since I've checked into this vlog, I feel like. I don't really know if I said much yesterday, but yesterday was alright. Went home, or came home, I guess. Alright, I came home after work, having finished 2 graphic novels during work. I finished the Tea Dragon Festival during work, and I finished I started and finished post-COVID, which was Tea Dragon, awesome. Post-COVID was okay. I appreciate the concept, but it was all right. If I had read it earlier on, I probably would have appreciated it more. But like at this point where we're at with COVID, it just felt a little redundant to me. But it's not the comic's fault. It's just the way time works, you know? So, that's yesterday. Reading wise, I didn't get any other reading done because I had D group, couple Cadbury eggs as dessert, and then I went to bed while watching Golden Girls. So that was my evening last night. Work today was all right. The kids were absolutely insane this morning. I did not know if I was going to survive, but I did. It got better as the day went on. They would not focus. They kept interrupting during learning time, which they know not to do. They know to raise their hand if they have something to say, but that is not what they did today. It was a time today. And then like, even lunch, they were kind of acting crazy. We got through lunch and to nap time somehow, by some miracle. And then after that, I had a doctor's appointment because I had to go redo my blood work from last week when I went, because the liver function was high, which is probably a result of me having had to take Excedrin migraine because of a migraine I got on the Monday prior, because of Valentine's Day and the kids being ultra loud on Valentine's Day. Love them a lot, but their volume was too much for my functioning. So I had to take some migraine medicine, and I think that is what affected it. So hopefully it comes back totally normal. But I had to go all the way 15 minutes away to do that, and I get there and I sit there for 30 minutes in the waiting room. I had an appointment, mind you. 30 minutes. 2 people come out, and I'm still just sitting there waiting. I was quite peeved because
because it's like if you have people coming out, that means you can take new people back. And I was the only person in the waiting room until a few people came after me. And I was pretty frustrated that I was sitting there that long. Because if it takes 15 minutes to get there and 15 minutes to get back, then I have about 30 minutes for my appointment to actually last if I want to get back to work on time and not have to cut into my paid time off. And I had to cut into my paid time off because of the doctor's office, not myself, not my fault, their fault. So, did my blood work, came back, and got stuck by a train. So I had to wait for the train. And I'm literally like across the street from my work at this point. Almost right across the street at this point. Waiting for a train. So it was a fun time. But after nap, the kids were much better. So at least there was that going for them. Because up until that point, it was pretty rough. So, here's the finished product. Ta-da. I am doing a yogurt bowl, even though I kind of want something that feels a little bit more substantial. Like I want like a meal, heavier meal. I don't want my fruit to go bad, so I'm going to go ahead and eat it. And I'll probably have to do another one tomorrow because the other banana. Although I could probably freeze it. Anyway. So afternoon, like I said, was better and the weather was glorious. It was 66 was the high today. And it was perfect outside, y'all. Perfect. We love a perfect outside time. So got to go outside in the afternoon as well. So that was very nice. I got some good progress done on some things that kind of inadvertently ended up coming up. But I'm behind on what I need to do with the kids for their actual work, like one-on-one work and worksheets and stuff like that. So I need to get caught up on that tomorrow so that I feel like we're on track to get them where I want them to be. So, that said, after work we had a staff meeting. We have a new director, so we met her. Yeah, so there's that. I have not read a page today, even though I could have read for the whole 30 minutes that I was in the waiting room. I was too grumpy. I would like to read the next Tea Dragon book. Or the last one, I guess. I think it's just a trilogy. Like, I don't think they're adding any more. So, last Tea Dragon book. I want to eat my food as well. I did some filming on Sunday that I haven't totally straightened up from. Because I took some books off my shelf and they're just sitting in the floor, okay? That's the thing that's happened right now. And I haven't put that stuff away, so I kind of want to straighten that back up. Since I did all that work straightening up that room, I kind of want to put it back in order before I end up in a chaotic mess all over again. So I want to put those books to the side and put my filming equipment to the side so the room looks kind of straighter and neater. I need to finish setting up my March bullet journal pages. I also have not edited my video that should be going up tomorrow. So, yeah. Okay, so last night's plan didn't go exactly. I did get this room somewhat straight. Somewhat. I just have that stuff. Which I never finished putting away anyway. So, some clothes over there. That's it. Other than that, I did that, and then I ended up spending the rest of the time was all bullet journal stuff, which took much longer than I anticipated, but that's fine, right? It happens. So, today's goal, read the graphic novels and maybe get a video up. One of those two things will happen today, at least. Read both of the graphic novels or edit a video, or read one graphic novel and start the video. That's what's gonna happen today. I gotta get going. Happy Wednesday. See you guys probably after work. Maybe I'll try to do a montage type clip at some point. Who knows?
Hello! Restarting this clip because I have a lens cap on the whole time. But I'm about to do my makeup for the day and thought I'd check in. So last night I finished The Girl from the Sea. I loved it. It was awesome. Definitely interested in picking up more by Kate O'Neill, who did The Tea Dragon, and also I can't remember who did what's she called? The Girl from the Sea, but interested in more from that person as well. So, yay for that. Among other things, I now need to pick a new book. So I pulled some off of my shelf and took a picture, posted it on Discord, so we'll see. At the moment, Brianna said All the Feels, and then Julie and Ray said Our Violent Ends. So I'll give a little bit more time for people to comment on that, because I don't have to leave until closer to 8. So yeah, but at the moment I am starting to lean more towards doing Our Violent Ends, simply because most of the graphic novels that I read were more contemporary in the vibe of them, even though they were fantastical. Does that make sense? It was like more character based than world based, I feel like, for the graphic novels that I read, even though they had fantasy elements in them.
I think my mic is broken. So, yeah. I'm making this clip to test it, but I'm pretty sure it's broken, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to have crappy audio for the rest of this vlog, because it won't get here until probably Saturday at the earliest, because I would order it from Amazon. That sucks. So, it's Saturday, and I haven't checked in on this vlog. I don't know if I checked in at all yesterday. Wow, words. But, yeah. Today has been a good day. Yesterday was good. We had a good, pretty okay Friday at work. But I did not get any reading done, really. So, yeah. But right now, I have a nice, freshly washed pooch over here. A pooch that has been rolling around in the grass while we were outside over here. Most of it came out, but there's still a few little bits clinging to his floof. And then I have a sweet boy over here. You're awake. Hi. Oh. Hi, baby. Oh. You're awake. I thought you were still sleeping. You still want to be sweeping, don't you? Teddy, leave him alone. Let him go back asleep, peace. Okay? As soon as he's awake, though, we're going to have to do a diaper. And he'll probably wake up hungry if I had my guess. I tied in today, as you see. He's my nephew, if you didn't know. Teddy, let him sleep. I know you want to check on him, but he's sleeping. He's okay. He kills me. Teddy is like the hoveriest big brother. I got up, had a relaxed morning. I woke up at 5:40. I'm washing Sam's bed, and sometimes it gets uneven. The bed will get on one side, and then it gets really loud like that in the washing machine. So that's fun. I'm gonna have to edit those out. Oh, hang on. I cleaned out my emails. I kind of just hung out mostly at first, and then took care of Kai for a bit. He was kind of fussy prior to sleeping, so because he was sleepy, but he was like mad about it. So he took a nap, and I finished catching up on Thor, aka Michelle's videos, and then he was okay for a bit, so I straightened up almost everything in here. I just have that last little bit, and then this is what I'm currently using. Well, actually, I'm about to switch to water, but my book, my stuff for Teddy, and yeah. So got this room straightened up, and then we went outside for a while because it's a beautiful day, and so we went outside to get a change of scenery, let him be outdoors for a little while. And yeah, so I read like a chapter while we were out there, but it was kind of windy, so I wanted to go ahead and come back in. And then I ate lunch, and he started to fall asleep while we were outside. Because at this point he had already eaten. Finally, it took him forever to finally take his bottle, which is part of why I didn't get as much done, because he wouldn't take his bottle. He didn't realize, I don't think, that I was giving him what he was actually upset about. Like, I'm giving you the thing you need. But he was too busy trying to communicate that he needed something to realize that. So, he does that sometimes. It's fine. We got there. So, at this point, he's, been awake for a little bit, and now he's, started to settle into a second nap. And, excuse me. So we came back in, I ate my lunch, and then I gave Sam his bath, and then I have read some in the midst of all of that as well. Started to wash Sam's stuff as well, which I needed to do. I probably should edit a video today, but I don't know if I'm going to. Oh, I really should. Oh, decisions. I mean, I have time. It's only 2, right? 2:30. Okay, so it is 8 p.m. on Sunday, and I'm sorry that I kind of disappeared towards the end of this vlog, but let's wrap it up by saying that church was good today, really good, and worship night was really good. Got to lead some stuff, so that was exciting. It was the first time leading anything since I left my previous church, so that was kind of awesome. Like, I sang led worship, but I didn't lead songs, lead worship, so yeah. Okay, so let me get my tripod and sit down and talk about wrapping up the whole reading scenario. I read, for the cold open prompt, I had a face or a head on the cover. For that, I read The Tea Dragon Festival The Trouble was set in summer. For that, I read The Girl from the Sea. For The Obstacle, read under 300 pages, I read Post-COVID. For Triumph for Failure, recommended by someone on Discord, I read The Tea Dragon Society. For a sweet character, I read The Tea Dragon Tapestry. And then for the B plot, I read Extraordinary. And the C plot, I matched the last book that I had finished with a song. And for that, I matched The Girl from the Sea with Come Sail Away by Styx, which I posted on Discord, and I didn't tell you guys that because I've been a bad vlogger this weekend. But, you know, I today had church in the morning. Let's back up. All right, last night, after Kai left here with Mom and Dad, I had a little bit of time before I ended up going over to Brooke and Kaylor's to get to spend some time with my mom, who I have not seen since Christmas, literally. Yeah, she doesn't even live that far. She lives like 30 minutes away. So if you want to know how life has been, busyness wise, it's been pretty busy. Apparently my liver count of something is still high, so I've got to get a new primary care doctor, because I think that the primary care doctor that I used to have and used to go to, like, I feel like he probably retired or something at this point. Like, I don't know, but it's been literally so long since I've been to a primary care doctor. So, because I mean, all I've needed to do is go to my neurologist and go to my eye doctor and, you know, that kind of thing. Like, I haven't had any particular reason to go to a primary care doctor, so now I kind of have to because that's what they told me to do. So, gotta figure that out. After I finished the battle, I just kind of fell off the reading wagon. Not because I don't want to read, but because I have a few other things going on. To like 30-ish pages into these to our violent ends. I want to say these violent ends, but it's these violent delights and our violent ends. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video, and you will become a part of the Bear Scouts. But most importantly, so that I can see you again very soon. Peace out, Bear Scouts.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your stress. I mean it, bare necessities. That's why a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, with just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, man.